From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo. The Trudeau Liberal government is set to face a third non-confidence vote today, levelled by the opposition Conservatives as Parliament enters its second last week before the holiday break. Here's Canadian Press reporter David Baxter.
The Conservatives are looking to use NDP leader Jagmeet Singh's own words to bring down the government. A Conservative vote that quotes Singh's reasoning for ending his party's agreement to support the Liberals is expected to be voted on this afternoon. However, the motion is not expected to pass, as Singh said last week he is not going to play Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre's games.
The House is also supposed to vote on an NDP motion calling on the government to expand the GST break and the $250 Working Canadians rebate to fully retired seniors and people who rely on disability benefits. The Canada Post strike is into its 25th day. In a statement yesterday, the Crown Corporation said it is awaiting a formal response from the Canadian Union of Postal Workers to the proposal it submitted to the union on Friday. In its own statement Friday, the union for 55,000 striking workers said it was reviewing Canada Post's proposal, and it questioned when the mediation process will officially resume. Federal mediation was put on hold nearly 2 weeks ago due to the sides being too far apart. A Canadian Cancer Society report says some cancer patients may forego care because they can't afford treatment-related expenses. The report estimates a patient faces, on average, $33,000 in out-of-pocket cancer costs in their lifetime. Natalie Lipschultz, who was diagnosed with colorectal cancer in 2019, says she spent more than $20,000.
I had kind of sat down and added up the expenses that I could think about, but then there are so many things that I would argue that should be added in there that would increase that cost.
While hospital services like chemotherapy and radiation are covered, patients still pay for some prescription drugs, travel expenses, and often shoulder the cost of lost income going to appointments and during treatment and recovery. The report says these costs are disproportionately affecting lower-income patients and those in remote communities far from cancer hospitals. And it's the end of an era. Taylor Swift's record-smashing Eras tour grooved to a halt last night with the pop megastar's last of 3 concerts at Vancouver's BC Place. The tour's 149th show was attended by some 60,000 fans inside the stadium and was watched by millions more on live streams around the world. Swift told cheering fans this world tour has been the adventure of a lifetime.
I just wanted to say that on behalf of all of us, we will never forget you giving us that moment. Thank you so much, Vancouver.
She thanked the city for being part of the most thrilling chapter of her life to date. The glittery friendship bracelet-filled Eras tour started 20 months ago and touched 5 continents, grossing an estimated $2 billion US along the way. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, NFL action on Sunday saw the Los Angeles Rams overcome Josh Allen's record 6-touchdown performance and snap Buffalo's 7-game winning streak with a 44-42 victory over the Bills. The Rams' Matthew Stafford passed for 320 yards and hit Puka Nacua for a late touchdown to seal it. Allen passed for 342 yards and 3 touchdowns and rushed for 3 more scores for the Bills, making him the first player in NFL history with 3 passing TDs and 3 rushing TDs in a game. Matthew Wright kicked a field goal as time expired, and Kansas City beat the LA Chargers 19-17, and the Seattle Seahawks beat Arizona 30-18. NHL action, Braden Point scored twice and added 2 assists, and Tampa Bay edged the Vancouver Canucks 4-2. And a person familiar with the deal tells the AP that star outfielder Juan Soto and the New York Mets have agreed to a record $765 million 15-year contract. From the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.